Hey everybody, welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring. Recently, the good people at Archon Studio sent me some of their Dungeons and Lasers sets to take a look at. You may already have seen my review and painting guides on the channel. It's fair to say I was impressed with these sets in terms of quality and versatility, and also in how easy it was to paint them quickly and make them look impressive on the tabletop. That being the case, when Archon Studio approached me again to ask if I would like to collaborate with them for their new crowdfunding campaign on GameFound, I had to say yes. Long-time viewers may be aware that I don't often cover crowdfunding on the channel unless it's something I'm really excited about, so this is a bit of a change for me. Over the next couple of weeks you'll be seeing a few more videos featuring Archon Studio products, including a sneak peek at some of the items they are crowdfunding, as well as some of the incredible sets from their most recent crowdfunding campaign, for which fulfillment has already begun 3 months ahead of the estimated August 2022 dispatch date. For now, I just want to make you aware that the new GameFound campaign will begin on Tuesday the 14th of June 2022. It's for a new set of products going under the name Dungeons and Lasers Encounters. The idea is you get all the terrain you need in one box for a specific type of role-playing encounter, so you can throw down your scenery and start rolling dice. There will be 3 different terrain sets: the Elven Woods, the Swamp of Doom and the Land of Giants, gridded neoprene mats and a miniatures pack featuring a selection of ghastly beasts. There will be, I would imagine, a boatload of stretch goals, and everyone who backs for at least €99 gets a huge Tarrasque miniature as well. Fine details are still subject to last minute changes, but the campaign preview is already up, and I will include a link in the video description below. If you follow the campaign by using the follow button on the preview page before the campaign goes live, and then you subsequently back the campaign at the €99 starter pledge or higher, you will receive an 80mm tall Leshy miniature. Everyone loves a bit of Slavic mythology, right? There is of course no obligation to back after you follow, but if you think there might be a chance you are interested in backing, it's probably worth pressing that follow button now. But more about that another day. Today I'm going to talk once again about Dungeons and Lasers Abomination Vault and Dwarven Mine. My sets are fully painted up now, and I've been having a lot of fun playing with different configurations. I thought you might appreciate a look at some of the different ways to use the set. First up we have the Abomination Vaults, designed in association with Paizo for use with the Abomination Vaults adventure. The box includes 75 pieces. You get 6 of each of the walls, you get 6 of the large tiles, 6 of the small tiles, 6 doors, 6 piles of rubble, you get 6 half pillars which you can actually snap together to create 3 complete pillars, and that's probably my least favourite part of this set, the fact that you don't get an even number of complete pillars, it's only 3. You also get 12 torches and 18 little stones which are used for disguising holes in the floor. It's quite a lot of stuff, but what does it look like when it's all put together? Well, here we have a classic dungeon using the Abomination Vaults terrain. This map that I have made here uses every component from the box. As we enter the first chamber, you can see the pillars have been used as half pillars and placed against the walls, and there are flickering torches on many of the walls as well. There are little grates on each of the 2x2 tiles. If you don't like those, you can disguise those in a number of ways. You can actually place complete pillars over the top of those grates, they are designed to cover them completely. Also, the piles of rubble will cover them completely. The rubble piles also have a 90-degree angle so that you can tuck them into the corner of rooms like I have done here in this little prison cell. But you may also be able to see tiny little stones between the tiles. Those are being used to disguise little holes in the floor. They aren't necessary, but they just neaten it up a little bit. And here, in this final corridor, we have a choice of 2 doors. Which will you open? If I was the Dungeon Master, it wouldn't make a lot of difference. There's going to be something horrible behind each of them. But there we go, that is an example of using everything. Here is another example. This doesn't use everything in the set, but I have made a temple. We have a nice big open space for a big fight, because obviously there's going to be some evil cultists or something in here. I have made a little antechamber off to one side. I'm sure there's probably somebody locked up in there waiting for a sacrifice to happen. And we have a couple of drains at the side there, just for sluicing away any bodily fluids that may result from any such sacrifice. But you can see you can make quite a big open space if you want to. There's enough room there to have a big fight with a lot of different characters involved, or any demonic entity you might want to throw at your heroes. But the Abomination Vaults set doesn't just have to be used for dank dungeons and tombs, you can also use it for different types of buildings. Like here, I have created a little town prison with 5 individual cells, each with their own long drop. You may be wondering why the local prison has so many tentacle motifs on the walls. Maybe you've gone to visit Innsmouth, who knows, but I think that looks pretty neat, and if your heroes ever get captured, a little location like this would be a nice way to break them up and create a little conundrum for them to solve as they try to figure out how to get out. Maybe the halfling rogue might be able to squeeze through one of those grates, who knows. But that's just 3 simple examples of what you can do with the Abomination Vaults. There are so many other things you can do: temples, churches, old ruins, scholarly halls, even dark alleyways. The second set I have is the Dwarven Mine, which has a slightly more traditional dungeon vibe to it. It includes 72 pieces total. That 72 pieces, by the way, does include the little clips and things which are used to attach these components together. But the actual fun bits of the set are here. We have 6 of each of those different wall sections. You get 6 of the 2x4 tiles and 6 of the 2x2 tiles. You get 6 of the doors. As with Abomination Vaults, these doors do open and close. They have little working hinges on them. You also get 6 support beams with lanterns attached to them, and you get 12 torches for putting into the walls. There isn't quite as much set dressing in this set, because you don't get the extra piles of rubble or the little stones to put into the holes in the floor, but you do get more walls, which means you can create more maze-like environments, which is what I have done in our first example here, where I have used every piece from the set to create a winding, mysterious dwarven mine. Or is it a maze? And what does this maze hold? And why are some of the routes blocked off with walls? I wonder if there's some secret doors here, and I wonder what is behind this final door. What I've done here with this particular build is all of the little holes in the floor I have disguised by placing the support beams over the top of them, so there are no visible holes. And that's a neat little feature of this design. But as you can see, an interesting little windy route for our heroes to explore. But you aren't limited to making mines and dungeons with this stuff. There are other interesting things you can do. Because of the wood and stone motif, I think this is a really good set for things like making a tavern, which is what I've done here. We have a large open area where you would put your tables and have your barkeeper. And then we have a little room at the back, just big enough for a party of 4 to unroll some blankets and catch a little bit of sleep between adventures. And then right at the end, we have a small chamber off to one side, possibly the long drop. You will notice there are some little holes in the floor on this particular setup. You do get plugs in each set that you can push into those holes to disguise them completely. I don't really feel like I'm going to bother using them. I don't think those holes are that much of an issue for me, but the plugs are there if you need them. But there we go, a nice tavern, and you could use these tiles in smaller configurations for hovels, little houses in a town. You could attach some together to make an arena. Really, there are so many different things you could use these for. And best of all, these sets connect together. So what I have done here, our final example, we have 2 brave or perhaps foolish heroes venturing into a dwarven mine. If they can find their way through the winding maze, they will find this door right at the back tucked away in the darkness, and beyond that, a hidden temple, a temple of evil surely. But they can explore further, and who will they find? What will they find? Beyond this door, there is this strange gentleman. Is he friend or foe? And what is he keeping in that little room at the back? That's something for the heroes to find out. Or perhaps they will make a hasty retreat and they will go down one of these tunnels and find a new adventure. And that is it. That's 2 full sets of the Dungeons and Lasers terrain combined together to create a little adventure for your heroes. And I think that looks pretty fantastic on the table. I think if your party of heroes came around to play Dungeons & Dragons and you had something like that set out on the table, or something pre-built in sections that you could reveal as they explore, I think they're going to feel very excited, very immersed in the world that you're creating for them. And also, as a point of interest, 2 sets like this will fit in one box, which is what I have done here. So this isn't something that's going to take up a lot of storage space for you, and it's going to be pretty easy to take around. But there we go, a few ideas for ways to use these sets. I'm having a lot of fun with these, and I hope you've enjoyed a look at some of the ideas that I have come up with for them. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider pressing the like button. If you really enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing if you don't already do so, and hopefully I will see you all again very soon. Bye bye everyone, bye bye.